Hello everybody. Today I have yet another critical topic for you. And here is what I've noticed. There is a trade-off between economic opportunity and relationships. The United States is widely regarded as the land of economic opportunity. And it used to be much more than it is now, much more so. But it is still the case that in the United States, the local purchasing power is much higher than it is in most countries in the world. There is only a handful that have a higher local purchasing power. Say Switzerland, UAE, maybe Oman, and the rest of Europe is generally behind the US in terms of what your salary can afford to buy for you. Anyway, so there was a wonderful study that I want to talk to you about in a book by Daniel Kahneman, Thinking Fast and Slow. Daniel Kahneman won a Nobel laureate prize for this. And in that book, he referenced a study about how people who are primed by money, who are exposed to images of money the way that we are in the United States, tend to be less altruistic, less cooperative, less interested in helping others. On the other hand, people who are not primed by money, who live in a less developed economy, say Paraguay or Bolivia, or some African country, are more community-oriented, more relationship-oriented. So, why am I telling you about this? What's the point of this? So if you are from a money-primed, opportunity-laden country like the United States, Denmark, Switzerland, or even a wealthy Arab nation where symbols of money and status are everywhere, you're going to be in a culture of individualism. And this makes personal connections much harder, and technology exacerbates that problem. There was yet another wonderful book that I tell you about called Bowling Alone by Robert Putnam. And there Putnam discovered that the more we focus on technology, the more we tend to focus on acquaintances and business or business associates, professional contacts, and of course possibly close members of our family, but not all of them. But the middle tier, the community around us, tends to wither away. We tend to be less interested in that as we become more focused on technology. So put that together. Robert Putnam's Bowling Alone and Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow. And what you get is extreme and increasing isolation in the northern hemisphere, especially the US, Canada, Northern Europe, Denmark, Switzerland. It's not a coincidence that a lot of people have reported being socially isolated during the pandemic because of technology and already existing culture of individualism that is heavily primed by money. So what happened after the pandemic? A lot of the people from these wealthy countries ended up coming to less prosperous countries to cut their cost of living, especially if they make their money online. What happens then? Well, a lot of these expats from cold and rich countries are in the business of finding connections. They're interested in human contact. And what about local people from these countries? Well, they already have enough human contact. What they're lacking is money. And this just becomes a trade-off for so many expats overspend their money in order to get these vital human connections that they seem to need. So there you have it. There is a trade-off between money and personal connections. And I don't mean that having money will make you isolated, but if you're constantly primed by symbols of financial success, you will find yourself increasingly isolated, especially if you spend a great deal of time on TikTok, Instagram, or other social media outlets. So that is that. Look out for this. If you're an expat from a wealthy country in a poor country, keep in mind that the local people that you'll be finding here have different needs from your needs. You may need social connections because you're lacking that in your country, especially after the pandemic and how dependent on technology we've become. And these people are not in the need for more connections. What they do need is economic opportunity, or better yet, a naive rich expat who just give them money for little to no effort. Watch out for that. Don't fall for that trick. Because you know what, if you want respect, if you want human connection, if you want somebody to understand and appreciate you for who you are, giving people money is not going to solve it. So don't fall for that trick. Thanks. Email me for a free consultation. academiccomposition@gmail.com. See the description of this video. There is a link where you can book a free consultation. That's right, half an hour free, and then we'll see how we can best serve your needs. Thanks so much, and you'll be seeing me again soon.